Are we good with that?
Yeah.
Easily.
We're calling the meeting to order at 1:08 PM. Let's just go around and say who's here.
Roger Pagoda, board member, here.
David Zulkowski, 10th Street Principal.
Tina Monroe, Werner, principal. Rainey Zatowski, administrative assistant.
Eric Hewitt, junior senior high school principal.
Amy DeRocher, Director of Special Ed.
Aaron Schutz, board member.
And Neil English, superintendent. Okay, new business. We have our 300 series policy review. Okay, so these are all the policies not in the PNN network. This is policy 301, 302, 304, 305, 306, 307. 311, 312, 313, I'm gonna read through them just for the record, okay, 314.1, 316, 317, 319, 320, 321, 322, 324, 325, 326, 327, 328, 330, 332, 337, 338, 338.1, 341, 342, 343, and 347. These are up for review today. Now, board members, you guys were given the policies early, and according to what you've told us, you have no suggested changes on those.
That is my stance on the 300s.
Correct.
Okay. And just for the public's education, the 300 policies are policies germane or related to employees. Okay, I have one policy that I want to take out, at least one policy to discuss with the team. And that is policy 347.
First com.
Oh, I should share this. But... So, share it. Okay, this is workers' comp. So specifically, and the administrators can attest to this, we don't typically have light duty. And the reason is to protect the employee and protect the district when somebody is hurt or injured. And so we usually utilize the job description requirements in terms of lifting, in terms of job responsibilities, and we require a doctor's note to ensure that they can perform those responsibilities. So there's some language in this particular policy, and I want to pull it up so we can put the policy up for the recording.
It's fixed.
Second. This is classic. I did this for like 30 minutes at the board meeting, just like fumbling around with the.
Why are you showing all my emails that I say I'm annoyed? That was when
Is this-
my last, the study sessions, so when I cross over from month to month and it transferred over, duplicates my
Okay. Here.
thing, and I forgot to change them all to the
Yep.
current. That's why I was saying I was so annoyed.
Invariably, when I share my screen on Zoom, it's always right on my Slack, and it's me talking about the person I'm in a meeting with. It's just
Oh,
like,
sure.
I gotta go see what's his
When you
name, and then I
start-
share, whoops, next.
Starting again with somebody.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure I shared this on the screen here. The specific language, and I'm not sure exactly what to change, maybe the team can help me with this, is under number 6. Employee cannot perform the assigned lighter duty work. Maybe we change that to employee cannot perform work associated with the job as work. I don't
And then
know,
their job description.
job description, work
Number 2 covers that.
is disabled under the, okay, yes, is capable of productive.
No. Number, below employee
Able to
performance sign.
return with or without reasonable. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, that kind of covers
With or
the,
without reasonable account, oh, yeah, you're right, that's a good point.
so we can just
Okay.
eliminate number one and have two be a bullet point.
Employee will be able to return to work.
What if you just took out lighter duty and just perform the assigned work?
It's on duty work. Yeah.
Gives you a little,
Yeah. The assigned work, employee will be unable to return, okay, the work shall be.
Yeah, 'cause assigned work and pre-injury occupation, I guess they could theoretically be different, like what, yeah. So that covers both.
We can establish a
that goes to
transitional
the job
program.
description. He says,
The superintendent shall ensure that all
You
the.
could put for assigned work per job description if you wanted to.
We'll just say assigned work, that sort of takes care of that. Is everybody okay with that? And it opens up a return to work program, but typically, at least since I've been here, we've been pretty strict on, making sure they can meet the job requirements. And so we always have the backup of the medical professional to say, they can lift 50 pounds, they can move this, they can. That's for all staff. So that was the only thing that I wanted to, that I felt like, or we felt like on our side, are things that needed to be addressed there. Other than that, are there any additional items as per the board or the administration that we need to address in the 300 series? Okay. Let's move on to thank you. We will get these policies ready to go and they will be available for first reading in the May study session and voting meetings. So look for those. Also,
All yellowed, correct? All yellow.
all the ones in yellow, yes. The ones in green are already in second third readings. Hey, here's what's cool. By the end of the year, we will have the 0 series, 100, 200, and 300 all updated and reviewed by the board and the administration. That's really good. That's good for a district. So next year, or at least over the summer, we'll start going into, I guess the board can go into the 400 series.
There's no 400
I
series.
mean,
600 is the next.
the 600 series. And then, Rainey, I'm gonna have Rainey go into the 2024 PNN recommended policies. So we'll go back to 2004, pull all those out, and see if there's any priorities, at least from the 600s up, right, Rainey?
Mm-hmm.
And so that will be our side of things. So 400s next, we'll get those out to you.
There's no 400s.
I mean, I'm sorry, the 600s next, we'll get those policies out, and then I believe our next policy meeting is set to occur in October next year.
September
September.
of this year.
We have,
September. and
Flex
then
our policy muscles this
yeah,
summer.
so we'll have this summer to kind
Yeah.
of look over the 600s, which will be great. Old business, the PSBA, our legal team has recommended that we maintain previous versions of policies 103, 104, which is Title IX and the 113 series.
Kendall can come together and then I'll be at work.
So we're recorded. Just step out.
All right, I'll be over. I'll be over.
The 100 series, I believe is it hazing. I guess I wrote the 113.
Oh, 113?
Special ed.
It's special ed.
That's special ed. So the changes to that special ed policy 113 are really mostly associated with the Title IX changes. So the recommendation for now in all business is to just keep those as is and put those up for in May and just kind of move them forward. There could be some changes in those, but as you know, with the federal government sort of pushing policies and things through.
Have to wait for that too.
Yeah, our legal teams like just keep it status quo for now. And if things change, we can.
You're saying keep what is on the active side active, so we're not taking it to a committee for anything then?
Yes, actually, yeah, we don't take it to committee, we just keep those policies active. We could still have them reviewed. We can have them reviewed, right? Because we did review them.
I'm sorry, I don't know why you would review them when we're still waiting on guidelines from you.
Anything.
Right, but couldn't we write at the end that we all reviewed them? Because we have looked at them over two.
Well, I'll put that on the thing here, like I'm doing with the others.
Yeah. Okay,
When you're ready, I'd like to explain to them all what's happening with that.
sure.
You just like in the header, is that what, like, just to, so we note that we've done something,
Yeah.
is that the?
We,
Okay.
like these yellow policies, or these policies that we went over today. Even though there are no changes, it will update in the system. They'll go through all
Yeah.
three and we'll have them reviewed in 2025.
Perfect.
So, yeah, we can have those updated, at least for the 103, 104, 113 series. As review.
Can I do, if I had a kindergartner, and I
Yes.
have Jen Tyler.
See you later. Can somebody present at 2 for you, perhaps? I can.
2?
2 o'clock
for-
for study, student life, and,
Well, if
Oh,
you're
sorry.
sorry, I should have her call by then.
okay, or I can put you on. Why don't you do virtual at 2?
That's what I mean. I
Yeah.
forgot to see that.
I'll call you in.
Don't have Kentler to go down there.
Yeah, I'll pull you in at 2 for virtual for that update.
Okay.
All right. Let's move into our hearing of citizens. These citizens like to speak this meeting. And at this time,
I thought my dad was gonna show up just to mess with me, so.
Bummer.
I'm cool, you
Hey, Dad. It's taxpaying citizen.
He's
Oh,
not.
I'm not asking you.
can
Not
I
here, but
have,
he'll tell you he is.
How we gotta go kick him out though?
Heck, yeah.
can I have a motion?
No,
to-
can I,
Oh,
you mind, Mark?
yes, yeah, sorry.
can you please, share your screen and go to the active policies on the website?
Let me pull.
So just for Roger and Aaron, oh, sorry. It's okay. One of the things that was mentioned at one of the board meetings was that, I don't remember what the policy number was, but it was a comment was made that, oh, this policy hasn't been reviewed since, or this policy hadn't been created, or whatever. So when I started doing some research, I've been in the process of trying to update a spreadsheet with everything. And, there's a lot of policy files in multiple different places in this office. So we think we have a handle on it now. We found the original binder that actually has the original policy. So I have a lot that have gone back to like 1982. I have one that says 1979. And so if you can pull up that very first, not, go into zeros and then pull up, 1 or 2, either one, doesn't matter. So you'll see on here,
You want me to?
however you could want to do it. So what you'll see is that I've gone in, I relabeled the adopted based on what is in my binder, which is actually August 2nd of 1982. The last revision date, you're gonna see a lot that say June 18th of 2012, because I believe that's when we switched over to board docs. So that is a standard update date, and that was when they did a full review, because a lot of them I have printed from 2012. There are a few in there from 2006. I have some 1994, 97, revised and things like that. Then you'll see last reviewed. Any that we go over will automatic for this year will say 1/1 of 2025.
Okay,
So that's where when we say we're making a note, that's the note that we've reviewed it.
Yep.
So, and then you will get an Excel spreadsheet for me that is actually logged by every category with all of this information on it as well. And then you can see the dates where it went first reading, second reading, third reading, and if we have any notes attached to it. But, yeah, as I started to deep dive, I went down a rabbit hole big time. So Just figured this is the best way to get everything to match. And then I will also notify all you principals that as this continues to go on, hopefully at the end, you can just get rid of the binders that are in your offices, because I don't know what's still in there and what's not.
Yeah, you're better off.
And it's, yeah, because, I mean, since I've been up here, I've not sent anything, and that's just repetition. So if somebody wants to make their own binder for their office, that's great, but otherwise, it's, it's electronic.
There's like this much of it is like a diabetes, dealing with a student with diabetes, like
It really is.
this much of the binder, like one gigantic.
I haven't even come to
This is-
it, so
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
That's probably something that should be in the nurse's office, to be honest. So,
Well, it's probably outdated.
probably completely, yeah. Yeah, she probably has a new electronic version of it, so, yeah, so that's what they're gonna start to look like, and then you guys will get my spreadsheet as well.
That's
Keep the
great.
stickers on your office.
The other good thing is once we get through all of the series, we can kind of figure out what the next policy meeting, like how much do you want to go through in a year? I mean, I know we've been kind of going fast and furious to try to get through all of them and make sure they're updated, but
I think that was-
maybe a couple series, we can kind of determine the path forward after everything's updated.
I think the original goal was just to go through them and check that, we've looked at them there, we reviewed them.
Yes.
And then as we go, if there's things that need to be, then you need as needed to go over these.
But I think we need to audit what we still have hanging from the PNN. So-
Yeah, we'll do that. So action steps for next meeting is Randy will go through 2024. There may be some additional sort of, I want to call them green policies that we need to, on our end, go through. We'll send them to you, and then we'll hit the 600s for September. And then, once we get through all of them, we can determine. Obviously, we're gonna do the PNN updates that the PSBA and the court systems are telling us we need to change. And on top of that, we'll do some general maintenance, maybe we'll do a couple series a year, but the committee can decide, how audacious you want to be at that point in time. That's all does anybody else have anything for the greater good? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Meeting ends at 1:36.
Or 126.
1:26. I was a math teacher, actually.
That's come up twice today.
To take a